Hey everybody, and welcome back to Sonoket Plays Adam RPG. This is episode 77. Couple things. Grigor R was nice enough to tell me that I'm an idiot and that I actually need to be way further south than I was originally. And I will have to say right away, if you notice that my personality is slightly different, it is because I've had a day. Today, I've had friends visiting. And they suddenly, it's a whole story, but we'll start with, basically their flight originally was supposed to leave at 7:30 p.m. my time, and at about, we did not escape. At about, 11 a.m. or so, they checked their flight to go check in, and the application told them that their flight had been completely canceled. Because I don't know if you know this, because I did not, but Boeing recently is in a lot of trouble. With Boeing. Apparently, hey, there you go. Got like a, oh, it wasn't even reloaded. That's unfortunate. Boeing apparently has had a little bit of a problem with their planes recently. Alexander took 13 damage. That's not bad. Can I hit this guy? Look at that. I'm cutting people down. Boeing has had a problem with their planes. As I hear it, as I've heard the story told to me, so I don't know that all of these facts are 100% correct. Basically, Boeing is in competition with another airline, lots of other airlines, right? They all want to be number one. And a competitor of Boeing's basically did something where I think they installed a bigger engine on their planes, and that allowed them to use a different kind of fuel, and that allowed them to save a ton of money. Great. So Boeing said, well, hey, why don't we do that same thing? Hold on, we're radiated and encumbered. Let's fix that. So Boeing said, hey, that sounds great. Our competitor did that. Why don't we do the same thing? Because that's a great idea. Because, of course, you know, why wouldn't you do that? So Boeing did that on their planes. They did the same modifications that this other group did. But Boeing's planes, as I hear, they're different, like a height. There's a height difference, or they have a different kind of plane for one reason or another. And on the original, their competitors' planes, that didn't matter. But Boeing's planes, it did. So, what happened was it caused the planes to fly differently. There were issues with how their planes were now flying. There we go. Gunverse troops surround you. They scream and shout. They're up to no good. We're gonna attack. So basically, Boeing's planes had a problem now. They were something to do with the front of the plane. They would, something to do with how the plane flew. They had a problem. Wow, they have a lot of people. AKMS, M712, SKS, Soviet Army knife, Markov pistol. PK machine gun. Cool. So there was a problem with the Boeing planes because they switched the engines to use these very special engines to save money. It was all to save money. That's all that it had to do with. It was all to save money. And so Boeing did this. They switched their engines, and then they found out that by switching the engine, caused a big problem. The planes were not flying nicely anymore. So Boeing said, okay, what we'll do is we'll install a new kind of like guidance software, a new kind of a chip. And they'll put it in the flights, and this chip will autocorrect. If the nose is doing something strange because of the engines, will autocorrect. But the problem is, we're gonna murder these guys, by the way, if you were wondering. The problem was, they didn't tell any of the pilots that they had done this change. And so now you had these pilots who, the new software, the new thing that they put in, required training. But Boeing didn't retrain any of their people. They didn't even tell the pilots that they had done this change. That's a big deal. That's a big problem. That guy's toast. Oh, no! I had one job. Well, at least he didn't spend all of his ammo. So, Boeing didn't tell the pilots. And so the pilots, you know, they would take off. And suddenly the pilots would run into this huge problem where the plane would try to do something because it was trying to correct for whatever the problem was. And the pilots didn't know what was going on. So the pilots would fight and they would basically try to overcorrect. And so the plane would like, boom, right? And it would have all these problems, so I hear. Especially on takeoff when you're trying to, you know, turn the nose up and everything, you're trying to get off the ground. And so they reported this. The pilots reported problems. They were like, hey, we don't really know what's going on, but we're experiencing these weird issues where, you know, our planes are dipping for whatever reason. They're doing all these weird things, and they reported it. And I guess Boeing did nothing. They just said, hey, thanks for the reports, but... Oh. Hey, he used a super stimulant that time. So Boeing didn't do anything about it. He's almost dead. And so they just kind of went about their business and had these issues. Well, as it turns out, the problem that they had was pretty severe. And it caused planes to go down. Not only go down, but entire planes of people died. And so now, Boeing is in a real big problem. Because they knowingly had a problem, had this issue. They didn't do anything about it. So, there's this whole... And I'm not completely abreast of everything happening, but this is what I've been told, this is what I've read, this is what I've seen. So, Boeing has all these issues, and so they're basically either Boeing or the FTC, is it the FTC? The Air Traffic Control, ATC, has pulled their planes that had this thing. They've grounded them. So our buddy's flight that was supposed to leave at 7:30, he got a message at like noon that was like, your flight's been canceled, just straight up canceled. So this is new. I've never seen this. This actually gives you radiation resistance, which is very interesting. So my buddy's flight got canceled the day that he was supposed to leave today, because he flew in, and I'm in Colorado. Oh, more Dragnov rounds. Nice. So just a couple hours before we were supposed to take him to the airport, they're like, hey, your flight's been canceled. Just not even delayed. Just 100% your flight is just not leaving anymore. Which is what they basically told him. And he's like, well, I kind of need to get home, you know? That's pretty important to me, my ability to get home. And so he was on Southwest. So, you know, it's what time was it? It's like 1 p.m. or so, maybe 2 p.m. Anyway, the time keeps going by because we're trying to figure out like what we're gonna do. And then he contacts Southwest, and they're like, hey, we have a flight leaving at, you know, I don't remember the specific time, but we'll just say like, hey, we have a flight leaving at 3 p.m. And it was basically 1:30. You know, can you make this flight? We have one flight leaving back to Los Angeles. You know, you can get on that flight. And we're like, you've given us like an hour and a half notice for a flight leaving from Denver from where we are. If he didn't take this one, he wasn't going to be able to get home. This was the only flight that he could hop on. So we're like, oh my God. So, you know, my other buddy was dealing with this. And okay, so we finished that quest. Let's put that story on hold for just a second. His men are dead. I need to go back to Cust, which is at the harbor. So my other buddy was dealing with this. I'm in the shower. I get a call. He's like, hey, our buddy needs to leave right this second. We're going to the airport now. So my phone is waterproof. I always have it with me in the shower wherever when I go to bed, everything. Just in case I ever have to receive a call like that. So I'm in the shower get the call, immediately like shut off the shower. I'm not even finished with my shower. I'm running out of the shower, like hair dripping wet, you know, trying to get out here and get my buddy to the airport because he needed us to drop him off. And so I had to leave the house in like a little bit of, you know, haste, basically. And so that's why like my hair is not the normal poofiness that you guys expect at this point. You know, I have a certain level of appearance that I need to keep up. And I am terribly sorry to say that today I don't have that. You know, you'll notice that my hair does not have the fluffiness. That's because I didn't get to blow dry my hair the way that I normally do. This is a big issue. This is a big problem for me. This is a really serious issue, guys, and I need you to take it seriously, okay? I need you guys to take this as seriously as I'm taking it. This was a big problem. Actually, I need to get a haircut soon because my hair is out of control. It's way too long. Let's switch him back. Alexander, you're using 545. You have 207. I mean, just keep doing it. It's fine. So anyway, that's why like my hair is kind of, you know, not quite up to the standards that I expect in these videos because I had to just jump out of the shower and go, basically. But we also were celebrating. And so I know at the beginning of the video I mentioned that... Or, hold on. Take care of this hunger problem. Give him 2 of those. 1 of those. At the beginning of the video I mentioned, hey, you know, if my personality is slightly different, it's just because of the day I've had. It's because we were drinking as well earlier. Now, I drove him to the airport. Hold on, let me back up. I did not drink and then drive him to the airport. I got back and then started drinking with my other friend. Just so we're clear, because I don't support that, because that's baloney. If you are drinking, you should never be driving. Just so we have that out of the way, just so we're clear. And so then that was when I realized today is Tuesday. Today is Adam RPG Tuesday. It's not any regular Tuesday, it's Adam RPG Tuesday. I gotta go report Adam RPG. So I am to be, because I believe that you and I can be honest with each other. I believe that you and I are honest with each other. I am more than slightly drunk right now when I'm recording this. And I'm not super proud of it. Because it's affecting my ability to deliver a quality episode. So, we killed the gang, and thank you to Grigor R. I'm so sorry that I didn't realize you really had to be in that bottom rim. But we did kill Goober and his men. Actually, that was great because we ran up on Goober and just kind of destroyed him. He smiles widely and claps you on the shoulder. Great job. Everyone's gonna be better off without that douchebag, even those who respected him. As for your reward, here's 1,000 rubles and the best selection from what I looted during my last raid. Perfect. I got a couple questions. Oh no, that's it. That was it. That was the one. So let's head to the Stalker base. Alexander, what are you doing? Hold on, does this guy have any new loot before we do that? Because we do have some stuff we could sell. He has very little money right now. But he does have ammo that we can definitely use. Barely. Even if we take that, right? And we take all of his money, that's $24.99. Oh, that's way too much. We give him that. I'm okay with that. Most of this ammo, give to Alexander. He's over his weight limit. He's still over his weight limit. How did he get over his weight limit in the first place? Perfect. He's not over his weight limit. All right, we just sold some stuff. I mean, you know, we didn't make a ton of money, but at the same time, oh wait, we just gave all that ammo or money, didn't we? Yeah. So we're at 34,000. We're doing very well in the money department. Anyway, so that's why I was saying that I might seem slightly different or slightly slow, because I am actually currently at this very moment in time slightly drunk. And look, again, I don't feel good about it because I like to maintain a certain quality of video, but I'm just said, you know, episode 77 will just have to go down as the episode where I was a little bit drunk, and, you know, you'll just have to accept that that is the way that it goes. I am sorry. I apologize in advance. Sawed-off shotgun, Scorpion, PPS 43, AK-74U. Is this really what you guys are bringing to the table right now? Also, I actively, right now, have a beer on my table. And I don't think I should drink it because, you know, I don't want to act like, you know, drinking is cool or hip or whatever. You know, I don't want to influence any kids. Don't drink, it's not good for you. I missed. I'm actually wondering why my accuracy on that shot was so low. Am I wearing a gas mask right now, I wonder? No, I think I'm wearing the bear mask. Alexander, please don't open fire and just murder me. I would not appreciate it. Yeah. That was kind of what I didn't want you to do. All right, one down. Let me just move to the side so my guys have like a clear... So that was the... Oh, that wasn't the guy with Scorpion. I need to kill the guy with Scorpion. He needs to die. All right, what do we got? Don't shoot our own people, please. That'll do. That'll do. Let's see. PPS. AK-74U. I really don't like that guy with the AK-74U. Not a lot of damage, but we're working on him. I'm the least amount worried about the guy with the sawed-off shotgun, to be honest. Yeah, the guy with the AK-74U does not make me feel good. Mostly because Alexander's just gonna clean that dude up. There we go. That's what I was hoping for. This dude with the PPS is absolutely boned. 2,000% boned. Get him, Fidel. Okay, you know what? That's fine. I'll take care of it. Just like always. Can't depend on my team for literally anything. Hexogen, you can have those. Alexander, you can have those. I'll take the shotgun shells. Can you hold that? That's great. I should probably look into healing my team. Give them to Fidel, I guess. Because the big problem is I think they might be almost dead. Oh no, he's fine. Oh, Hexogen is not feeling great. Hexogen, if I gave you like 5 of those, would that make you feel better? Perfect. Alexander, you're fine. Not even worried a little bit about Alexander. Alexander is just trucking along. He's going to be able to handle anything the game throws at him. We'll take the T. And we're getting a lot of drugs, supplies, weapons. Super stimulants, too. That's always nice. And coffee. I'm never upset about the loot that we're getting. Because I'll take the shotgun shells. I mean, there's really no reason for me to pick up literally anything else. Because at this point, we have so much gear back in our main, in our car, you know. There is just honestly no reason for us to pick this stuff up. Wait, where did the, where did the guy with the Scorpion go? How did I miss that? Which one of you guys had the Scorpion? Did I pick it up? Am I losing my mind? Someone just screamed. Oh, there's the Scorpion. Okay, yeah, you see the alcohol? It doesn't make for a great gameplay experience because I'm losing my damn mind. I literally loot something and then 2 seconds later forget that I looted it. Not great. Not great. But that's fine. We got that quest done. We're gonna head over to the Stalker base. I'm not even sure what we're doing at the Stalker base. Today's not a great day for Adam. This is gonna be a way overkill. They're gonna use all of their ammo. Alexander, you can go ahead and kill everything standing over here. Target this, Alexander. Target this right here. There's a lot of enemies. You could hit everything. Why do you target that one? Why? Why is that the one that you target? Don't. Alexander, please. Okay. I'd rather him shoot it than Alexander. Honestly. Because Alexander would have wasted like 60 bullets. Just shooting one tiny rat. How are we doing on EXP? 119 out of 126? That is so much EXP that we need. Oh my god. We are not going to level for a long time. I would actually like to get back to the Red Fighter base. Because I do need to try and make some ammo. I wonder if we can make ammo for that gun that we have very little of that ammo for. Okay, let's go in here. Because I know that there was a really intense quest with like a Rubik's Cube. Something, I think, with a guy sitting here. An unshaven man who you remember because of a strange metal cube, right? So, what's a cube for? None of your business. Okay, let's talk about something else. Let's try to do personality. Let's do 2 of these. We're gonna spray cologne twice. That should up our personality. We'll save. What's cube for? The man gives you a once-over, deciding whether you look like a criminal or not, and finally laughs his suspicions off. Fine, fine. You look too upstanding to be a criminal. Catch. Tosses it to you. It's around 10 centimeters tall, and you catch it. The cube feels heavy and cold. The weight isn't spread evenly, though. One half of the thing is much heavier than the other. Check it out, but don't forget to return it later. I found this thing in the hands of a skeleton in a weird ruin. Not that he had anything to say about it. Closely examine the cube. After a minute of studying the cube, you finally understand that it's not made from a single solid piece of metal. 5 of the 6 sides may be pushed slightly to the central body of the cube. The 6th unmovable side has the number 21 engraved on it, with a terribly tiny font. Curiosity takes you over. What's inside this cube? You turn it around so the numbered side looks up. This is bad. Don't worry, that's just iced tea. Press in the furthest, the closest, the left, the right. Downside. You press on the downside. 2 quiet clicks can be heard. The side stays pressed in. You cannot press it again. Press the furthest. You press the side that's furthest. 9 clicks can be heard from inside. The side stays pressed in. Left side. You press on the left side. 5 clicks can be heard. The side stays pressed in. Closest. 7 clicks can be heard. The side stays pressed in. Press on the right side. 5 clicks can be heard. You cannot inspect the cube. Nothing seems to be different. Give the cube a shake. Okay. It has 21, which means I'm assuming that we need to get the number of clicks to 21. What happens if we press on the right side? 5. Left side. 5. We're at 10. Downside. 2. 12. Furthest. 9. 21. 7. That's too many clicks. Are they all? It was 55297. Hold on. This is going to be real hard. We just need to not do the 7. No. 2. 9. 5. 5. You calmly inspect the cube, and you notice that the side of the cube with the number 21 engraved on the top stands out a little. You dig your nails into the tiny space between the side of the crest and the rest of the cube and open the side like a door. Underneath, there's a tiny keyhole. Mother of God, would you look at that? There was a keyhole inside this thing all along? What do you know? Tell me you have the key. Your conversation partner slaps himself on the forehead. The key! The goddamn key! God Damn! Before me, those ruins were checked out by two brothers, Artyom and Gunya from the harbor. Only Artyom returned from the trip. Around the neck, he had a weird little key. I am sure that that's the key from this box. Damn it. Artyom will never part with that key, seeing as how it's the last thing he and his brother found before the death of their half-duo. I think the only way to get the key is to pickpocket off Artyom, but I'm no thief. Seems like we'll never know. I'll go talk with Artyom. Perfect. Yeah, you just had to, it was just based on the number of clicks inside the cube, and you had to add it up to 21. It was pretty simple, and even I can do that while slightly drunk. So this puzzle could not have been slightly hard in the first place if I solved it. Today's episode's just going straight down the drain. I believe it. I believe that Artyom was back in the harbor. This episode is gonna go down in history as the worst episode I've ever recorded, or the best, depending on how you look at it. Probably the worst. Let's continue. Let's go talk to Artyom, solve the cube, grab the key, and figure out what's in this little cube thing. It'll be simple. Anyway, the point of this episode... Oh, we escaped. The point of this episode is don't fly, because sometimes Boeing lies about what they're doing to their planes and they'll crash, obviously. If you couldn't pick up on it, I hate flying. But that's like a whole... different episode. I really don't like flying. I'm no good at flying. When I fly, when I have to fly, in the morning, I take a Dramamine because I get motion sick. I take a Pepto-Bismol because I'm so stressed my stomach gets upset. And then I get to the airport super early. And when I fly, I like grab the seat sides, like white knuckled grab them on takeoff and often on landing. Like once I get up into the air, I'm like pretty okay, kind of. Listen, dude, I heard you have a special key. The man eyes you suspiciously and clutches a tiny golden trinket in his hand. Turns out to be a tiny key for a very strange lock. Yeah, I have it, and I always will. No one's getting their hands on it. What's the story with that key? Why are you trampling on old wounds? Fine, it was dark. Me and my bro had 2 large bags of loot on our backs. Weird screams were heard far away. Everything was pushing us to leave that room, but instead of running, my big bro stopped near a room we hadn't visited. There's something shiny over there, he said as he went in. He started digging around in a heap of garbage and finally found this key. He came back to me all smiles, patted me on the shoulder. This is the key to our future, buddy. I just feel it. That's when we heard the roar. He dropped the key, turned around, aiming at the darkness when something jumped out on top of him, punching large claws straight through his skull. On pure instinct, I grabbed the key and ran. It was only when I got back to camp I allowed myself to shed a tear for my lost sibling. Have a great hunt, dear brother. Let the forest of our horned mistress be forever full of game for you to devour. Okay. Loan it to me for a couple days. No deal, bud. I'm not that dumb, so I know you'll never return it. But even if I was so full of trust, I never give it to anyone. It's my relic. He's not in the mood. He does have the key. I guess I'm gonna try and save and load because this is an actual quest. I need that key. That is easy. I didn't have to save and load. I'm sorry that I had to take it from you. What if I talk to him now? He's not in the mood for questions. Well, look, dude. I'm really sorry about your brother and all that. But listen, that, you know, you could have made some money if you would have just talked to me. If you would have been like, hey, I'll sell it to you for... Even if he had been like, I'll sell it to you for 10,000 rubles. I'd have been like, okay. As long as I just didn't have to murder him. He could have been the richest man in, you know, the Wastelands here. He could have been the richest man in the Wastelands. But instead, he was holding on to a damn key that got his brother killed. Wouldn't you want to get rid of that? I'm just saying. Really? We couldn't escape from the rats? All right, Alexander. That's you. Get it. This is all you, Alexander. Right here. Right here, Alexander. Right. Yes. Oh my god, you finally did something useful. Way to go, Alexander. How much ammo do you have left? Yeah, he's burning through it pretty quickly, but I don't know. It's fine. I have a lot of 5.45. And to be honest, I don't know, I think it's kind of nice just let him kind of let loose, you know? Not the worst thing ever. We're gonna finish this, then we're gonna wrap up because we're at 30 minutes. We're actually just slightly over 30 minutes. Another battle. You guys will not win. You cannot stop this. I feel bad for you. Hexogen in that guy. End him right there. Go for it. Do it. Look at that. He did it. And he even shot another dude? What a god. Alexander, all of them. Oh my god, what a badass. Alexander, you're amazing. What a god. Did you see he just gunned down 3 of those guys? He's not even using armor-piercing rounds. If we gave him armor-piercing ammo, he would just... he'd be unstoppable. Man. Man. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely run out of bullets real quick. Every time he shoots that thing, it's like 20 bullets that he has to reload. But that's fine. Yo, what's up, my guy? I got a key. A wide smile stretches over the man's face as you show him the key that you so deftly pickpocketed. Ha! I see. Okay, let's have it. So we can learn what that box hid. You quickly put the key inside of the delicate little keyhole and turn around. Another turn and the mysterious cube breaks in two. You manage to catch the heavier part of it. Inside it, there's a tiny syringe filled with a greenish liquid of some sort. What the hell? The man slaps himself on the cheek looking at the cube's contents. God damn it! I nearly broke my fingers trying to solve this piece of shit. And what do I get? Some weird drug I'm not even planning to use? Well, that's being a stalker for you. One day you get treasure, the other day you get some shit in a fancy package. Take the stuff with you, dude. You earned it. Plus, I don't want anything to do with it. Plus, I'm not paying you anything else for solving the useless puzzle. So, any way you look at it, it's yours. And it's for the souvenir, dude. So this, I believe, is a stat upgrade serum. You feel a strange energy pulsating in your body. You get the sense you could use it to better your personal qualities. Or should we say your statistics? So we could up another stat right now. We could up attention, it's rather low. We could up our strength another point because that's hilarious. Dexterity we could up for, I think, I mean, strength is just a good stat to up, honestly. That or attention, but I mean, we have fairly good attention already. Intellect wouldn't be bad. Dexterity 10 would be funny. 8 strength. I mean, we could get a stat to 10. The ability to dodge, combat speed, accuracy, and melee combat, as well as lockpicking and theft. I mean, we could have a permanent 10 dexterity, basically. Not a bad idea. Or we could have 8 strength. Carry weight, intimidation, melee, and unarmed damage, as well as slightly increases maximum health. We could do intellect. I'm thinking either strength or dexterity. You know what? Let's get our dexterity to 10. Well, I mean, our dexterity hasn't been that useful. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. I think having one stat as a 10 will just make our dialogue options more interesting, honestly. Because if we ever have a dexterity chance now, we will pass it. And so I don't think that's the worst way to use that. So next, I think we're going to go back to our starting town. And we're going to do some fishing, because I know you guys have been telling me to do the fishing thing. We catch the golden fish, and there's a lot that happens there. But we also need to just buy and sell a lot. So we'll be headed back to the mainland after this. Alexander, are you way over? Yeah, you are slightly over your weight limit. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up there. We're gonna save. And again, we're not gonna save over our end of the game save. So we're gonna wrap up there. As always, you guys know the drill. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. I'm sorry that this episode, you know, my hair's all a mess and I'm slightly drunk, but we got it out on Tuesday. It's gonna be going up later tonight. It's currently 7:40 in the evening, but don't worry, it'll be up in just a couple hours here. So we stay by the Tuesday, Thursday Adam RPG that we said we were going to. If you didn't already know about it, I did start playing the game Fell Seal. It is a tactical RPG. Some of you I know have already been watching it because I've seen your comments. If you enjoy it, I really appreciate it. If not, don't worry about it. There's other stuff coming out. The new Lost on Steam came out this last Sunday, just a couple days ago. Tomorrow on Wednesday will be my Satisfactory co-op play with my buddy. There's a lot more stuff I have planned. I talked about it in the Lost on Steam, but I'm also going to be doing a weekly look at new Steam games that are coming out. And I'm not going to really focus on the big releases. I'm going to be doing a breakdown of, here's like the tiny indie games that maybe you guys should be taking a look at. So maybe keep an eye out for that. Probably on a Monday, if not this week, I'm going to start that. And if you guys have any ideas for other games, other show types, other series that you might want to see, let me know what you guys think. And by the way, if you guys want to talk to me on a normal basis, I have a Discord that is open all the time. You guys can shout at me, talk to me about Adam RPG, talk to me about anything you want. The link is always down in the description. You can join that. Have fun. Join us. And the very last thing... Wait, I had a point. What was it going to be? Hold on. Coming back to me. It was the Discord. I'm drawing a blank now. You see, this is what happens. What was it? It was the Discord. Heck. Now I completely forgot. Hold on 1 second. I can remember this. It was the Discord, doing the videos, the games. No, that's what it was. I have been thinking about... So I used to do a lot of streaming on Twitch, and then I kind of switched over to YouTube. But if you guys would be interested in like a couple times a month live stream or a once a week live stream, let me know. Because I could go back to streaming, hey, like maybe like once a week on a Wednesday or a Thursday or maybe a Saturday, I stream some new games or something on YouTube and Twitch, you know? If that would interest you, let me know. I just have to try and gauge interest, right? I'm trying to separate my time into all these different things. Anyway, we're gonna wrap up there. As always, just holler at me. You know where to find me. This is Adam RPG episode 77. This is nothing new to you guys. Till next time. Burn bright, everybody.